Hi, angels. It is MJ. I'm back with another video. I am going to be talking today about placentas, and I want to know, did you guys forget about your placenta? I've witnessed a few times at births where mom is in the bliss of birth and the bliss of welcoming her new little one, and she's just relishing in the moment and counting fingers and toes and seeing who her baby looks like and really connecting and bonding with her baby. And then she is shocked to realize that birth is not done yet, that she still has to deliver her placenta. Now, every woman, I think most women know that, but again, you're distracted, you just gave birth, and the placenta is kind of a second thought. So why is that? Why is it that we don't talk about the delivery of our placenta the way we do the delivery of our babies? Why isn't the delivery of the placenta a big deal? Um, I think it should be. Why? Because the placenta is the most amazing organ. It does so many different things. So if you think about the human body, in our body, we need the capability to breathe. We need the capability to make hormones. We need the capability to excrete waste. We need the capability of being able to gather nutrients and process those nutrients for our cells. We need the ability to be able to breathe. It's very important. But also, our bodies also need to be able to do something with carbon dioxide, which is waste. So we need to be able to excrete waste. We need to be able to breathe it off. All of these different bodily functions come along with just being human, just the way our bodies need to function in order for us to be healthy and in order for us to live, honestly. So, yeah, so as far as the placenta is concerned, we all know that babies don't breathe on their own when they're still inside of their mother's womb. They need help with that. They need assistance with getting nutrients. They need assistance with just basically maintaining their environment. And so hormones do that. And a lot of these things are created by placentas. These are jobs that the placenta takes over until baby is born and the umbilical cord is cut and baby is able to survive. Without the mom doing those functions for it. So at that point, the baby's heart and lungs and everything is able to function, generally able to function normally without mom's assistance through the placenta. So the placenta is a very important organ. It is a temporary organ. It is the organ that when it serves its purpose and it is done, it is released from our body. We birth our placentas, and then from there, what happens? So many different things happen with the placenta after a woman gives birth. Some women take their placentas home with them and do a number of different things with them. They make jewelry with them, they eat the placenta, they do all kinds of things with their placenta. Some moms bury their placenta. These are specific practices that various cultures and various women throughout history have done with their placentas. If the placenta is left at the hospital, generally the hospital will see it as biohazard or something that needs to be taken care of and put away. There's also stem cells that are gathered from the cord blood, and there is just all of these different companies that will help you to walk through that process, right? And there are options to view your placenta. So, one of the things that I like to do with my clients is after the baby is born, a lot of times, I will, with the parents' permission, I will have a picture of their placenta. I take a picture of it, I look at it. I don't examine it in any way, but it is a fascination of mine. I love to see what all of the different placentas look like. With every baby, the placenta looks different. Generally, they all have the same basic look, but some of them are smaller, some of them are larger, some of them look more beefy, some of them are a little bit more bluish purplish. Yeah, they're all unique. It's so interesting. And I remember having to, when I was a nurse, I had to check the umbilical cord. So we're checking the umbilical cord for the arteries and the veins and different things like that. And I was always fascinated with how each individual placenta umbilical cord was different. Some of them would be huge, some of them were smaller. And, sometimes it depended if it was a smaller baby, a lot of times it would be a smaller placenta. And it was just fascinating. It's fascinating to see the sac, because the sac where the baby is housed is the amniotic sac. And that sac is a lot of times still connected to the placenta. And if you know anything about birth, a lot of times you can actually still see the sac. If you go to my Instagram, I am Angelo Maternity. It's either Angelo Maternity or Angelo Maternity Services, but I think it's Angelo Maternity on Instagram. And you can see where I made a posting recently, and you guys get to see some of the placentas that I've seen. And I've seen many placentas, but I just posted a few of the ones that I've seen, just so that if you're a first time mom and you've never seen a placenta, or maybe you've had many births but you never really cared to take a what I call a placenta tour and see your own placenta, then you get an opportunity to see someone else's placenta. And maybe for your next birth, or one of your girlfriend's birth, or family member's birth, you just go over and take a quick look at the placenta and just see how fascinating and amazing it is. We know that sometimes babies are born still inside of that amniotic sac, and that's called an in-call birth, where the baby can be born inside the sac. The mother's water doesn't break. Also, the baby can be born with a veil where their face is covered with a portion of it. And so it's just really, really fascinating. And it's fascinating in the sense that, again, our lungs handle respiration for our body. And we have our endocrine system that handles, hormones and different things like that. And we have, our urinary system that eliminates waste for us, and a GI tract that eliminate waste for us. But in the case of the baby, this is going to be the urinary system. Babies are still able to urinate inside of mom. We know that a lot of the fluid that is inside of this sac is a lot of it is urination. It's urine from the baby. And so it's really, really fascinating to think that this placenta serves so many different functions for which we have to have separate organs to do: our lungs, our kidneys, our endocrine system, our what else does nutrition, right? So our gut serves that function, but the mother is having to do all of these various processes for the baby, because the baby is developing and it's growing and its organs are being developed and they're growing. And so that transfer of nutrients and waste between mom and baby is happening via the placenta. And I just think, in that sense, to think that the placenta serves all of these various organ functions, and even in terms of that sac, it protects the baby. And I think that that's just so fascinating and it's so beautiful. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about placentas a little bit more. And this probably won't be my last talk bringing up. This probably won't be my last time bringing up placentas, because again, I do love to talk about placentas. I love seeing them. There is a bit of fascination with me with placentas. So, what did you guys do? Did you forget about your placenta? Did you encapsulate your placenta? Did you make jewelry? Did you just ignore it? Some women don't care a whole lot about their placenta. They're just so excited about their new baby that they don't seem to be too concerned. I've asked moms, would you like to see your placenta? Do you want to see it? And sometimes they're like, no, I really don't, no. And then other moms are like, yeah, like, what's that all about? Yeah, I'd love to see it. What does it look like? And of course, a lot of times they're not able to get up and go over to it. So I will say, you want me to take a picture of it for you? I say, yeah, and I'll take a picture and show them. And they're like, wow, and they're really excited about it. But yeah, I'm excited about it. A lot of times when I'm at births and there's medical professionals, this is a time for mom and baby to have that, what we call that golden hour, that bonding. And sometimes I will leave my mom just for a few seconds just to let her, gather herself and do her personal bonding time with her baby, which I think is a very special and sacred period of time. And while mom is doing that, sometimes I'll walk over and I will wait on the placenta to be birthed. And once she births the placenta, I will ask the professional, whoever is working, if I can see the placenta. And these medical professionals are so amazing. They'll organize, oh, hold on, let me get it in order for you. And they spread it out for me. They hold it up so that I can see all of it. They show me the maternal and the fetal side, and they're just absolutely amazing. They're gifts because they too are fascinated, I'm assuming, by this placenta as much as I am. And so we kind of geek out over these placentas, which I think is so cool. And by the way, doulas, that's a great bonding moment for you and other professionals, is around that placenta. Because I think birth people, we generally are nerds in that way, in that sense, about things like placentas and all things baby. So it's a great way to connect and build rapport with the rest of the birthing team or birthing circle. And I've really felt that kinship connection with a lot of the professionals that are working with me when that placenta comes out, because we get excited about it, and we are kind of just checking it out and seeing how it's different from the last 100 of placentas that we've seen. And it's really kind of cool. And again, like I said, it gives mom a chance to take that bonding time. A lot of times dad has gathered with her in that moment, and they are just there relishing in their newborn baby. I'm checking out the placenta, and then we go back over, and it's a very quick process, because from that point forward, if my client is interested in breastfeeding, I begin as quickly as possible within that hour window my breastfeeding support. And by the way, the expulsion of the placenta, the birth of the placenta, it actually sends the signal for a lot of other things to take place in the body, involution of the uterus, and even signaling that it's time to start getting this baby to breast, for the body and for the baby to thrive. Okay. Sometimes moms choose not to breastfeed. But again, when mom has chosen to breastfeed, the placenta, birthing of the placenta is a big event for birth workers, because we know what's coming next, which is getting baby to breast and watching this beautiful um, dance between baby and mom and the outside world. So baby coming from the inside of mom and now being on the outside of mom, and how that transition takes place. And it's just the most magical moment. It is really, really divine. And I love it. It's very exciting. So, guys, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, family, girlfriends, neighbors, coworkers, my videos. This is live. I'm doing lives because I still haven't gotten my video, um, my regular video deal going yet. And I just want you guys to go over to my Instagram. Again, it's Angelo Maternity or Angelo Maternity Services. I think it's Angelo Maternity, at Angelo Maternity, or at Angelo Maternity Services on Instagram, and you can see the placentas and you can marvel at the placentas. If you're interested in my doula services, I am serving for the year 2025. We finished up this 2024 year with a bang. I did my last, I think I had 3 or maybe 4 births in this last month, and they were all kind of boom, 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 boom. And it kept me very, very busy, which you guys, I'm sure you saw the videos start to die down, because I was a busy girl in between learning in my day, because I'm having to take some courses and doing videos and all the other things that I have to do, it kind of slowed me down a little bit in terms of videos. And so, yeah, the births were amazing. We finished off 2024 with a bang. I think my last baby for 2024 was born on New Year's, y'all. It was the most magical New Year's, a great start to the new year. And so all of my births of 2024 are done, which means that I have space for new mamas and new babies to support coming into this world. So if you're interested in my doula services, please contact me. You can find my email address in one of my videos, or you can inbox me at Angelo Maternity or Angelo Maternity Services. On Instagram, you'll see my picture there, so you'll know it's me. You see a bunch of baby stuff on my page. Send me a message. I will get back to you, and we can talk about me supporting you during your birth. So I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I usually like to do a long video at night, but I am exhausted. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm tired. But I just wanted to say something about placentas really quickly to you guys. I hope you guys are having the most wonderful and blessed new year. I'm looking forward to serving even more mothers than I served in 2024. And in a couple of days, I will release the births for 2024. So I plan to do something cutesy and sweet, so that we can celebrate our births for 2024. And that is all. Again, this is Angela Maternity Services. I am MJ, and I'm looking forward to either serving you as your doula or seeing you on the next video, or combination of the two. Good night, guys. See you guys on the next video. Bye.